of all, we're going to just cover the basics of how the brain works. Super, super important for looking forward into the coming weeks that you really understand some basics about how the brain works. So I'm going to give you a set of brain rules that we're going to talk about. But first of all, we're going to talk about the smallest cell in the brain. What's the smallest cell in the brain? A neuron. What's a neuron do?
Transmit signals.
I love it. Okay, so we're going to make a neuron. Wait, you're going to have to go with my odd display. But who's got a ball?
Right over there.
Okay, so this is your neuron. Who's going to be the neuron? There you go. Have a seat. Make a sign. It says neuron. So go with it. If he is the nucleus, what does he do?
He's meditating.
What does the nucleus do?
Processes information.
It's kind of the boss of that cell, right? He processes information. What's he sitting on if he's the nucleus? What's his?
The nucleus.
Can try. No.
Okay.
What is the nucleus sitting in?
Cytoplasm.
Yes. It's actually called a cell body.
Oh.
Cell body? Okay, you're the neuron. He's the boss. Now we need a sign that says cell body. It is actually made of cytoplasm, or the kind of plasma that's in your blood. It's kind of this yellow, sticky, kind of KY jelly-ish. Yellow. So he's sitting in a puddle of goo, essentially. Okay, now when you talk about neurons, your brain is entirely electric. So we talk about neurotransmitters, neurosignals, neurochemicals. I always think chemicals would be liquids. They're not liquids. They're actually electricity. So let's talk about electricity. Most of our electricity actually comes from South Dakota. How fast does it travel?
Speed of light.
Like that. I mean, you can get electricity here, turn the light on, just like that. How fast does your brain work? Speed of light. It's all electricity. That's part of why we put you on EKG, electrical. Your heart is also electric. So that'll be really important in a minute to understand that it's electrical. So what other parts do we need? Oh yes, see? Who's going to go with my twisted metaphor? What's this?
It's
Not
a
yet.
link. It's like a dendrite or
Axon.
Axon! I need a sign. What's an axon?
Axon.
Like a pathway.
It sends a message from one to another.
Sends the message from one to another. Okay, so you guys all know what a scorpion looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think of the neuron now as kind of like a scorpion. So he'd be the head of the scorpion. And then they've got little claws, you know? What do little claws do?
They latch on.
Pinch and latch onto things. And the axon, what does the tail do? In a scorpion, sting. And that's what it does. It sends
The
material, just like a scorpion. Okay, so, oh yeah, where's our little fuzz? Fuzz?
What?
Okay, so go with it.
You Dr. Neuron.
If I put this on the neuron, what is it? It is made of protein.
It's this section of it. I forget what it's called.
Myelin sheath.
Ah.
It's a myelin sheath. Now, this myelin sheath is fat that covers the axon. And in fact, there's different levels of myelin. So when you're really, really good at something, so did anybody ever played a video game?
Yeah.
And then when you first start, you totally stink. You're like, how does this work? Like, I actually played Dance Dance Revolution, and like 5 seconds later, it's very hard to learn. You're like, and then people are like, you know, little super ninjas. I'm like, how do you do that? Well, after a while of practicing, do you get good at it?
Yeah.
Unless you're me, yes. You get very good at it. And pretty soon, you don't even know how to explain to somebody who's new. You're like, you just move your feet, arrow, foot. What's so hard about this? What happened is those nerve cells started wiring together, but also they became what we call highly myelinated, or they've got this protective sheath around them that keeps them insulated. It helps them move faster. So then we need somebody to sit here. Who's here? All right, have a seat. You're gonna do jazz hands. Anybody know what you can sit? Okay. Anybody know what she's called? Face this way. She's a little tail right here.
So she reaches out.
Huh?
Does she reach out to
Yep.
this?
She throws. Yep. And the electric fingers, right? She's a terminal button. Basically the thing on the end of the tail, right? She sends messages. There you go. Got Janice hands. Got it down. Now this space right. So what do I need for a message? You're talking to yourself right now. So what do we need next?
Another cell.
You need another neuron. There we
An
go.
act-
So to build another neuron, what do we need?
You need a cell body,
Cell body.
an axon.
Excellent. All right. Who's my new nucleus? Who likes being glass? There you go. Have a seat. You get the small bottle. Okay. Now we need something that I didn't put on here. So what are we missing? I don't know. Right about here.
Another.
An axon.
No, you got one axon. This axon goes that way. Scorpion. What are you missing?
Pinchers.
Pinchers. Those are called
Dendrite?
dendrites. Very good. Have a seat. We need a dendrite. Jazz hands. Who wants to be a dendrite?
Someone.
Someone, come on. You're dendrite. Sit right here. You're gonna go like this. That's okay. We're gonna need more people.
Take a second.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands. All right. You got jazz hands down. Woo. Okay. We need another what?
Axon.
Axon. What does that do?
Sends a message to the dendrite.
Send a message. We need what else?
Myelin sheath
Which does what?
sends the message.
Quicker.
Quicker.
Clicker.
We
That's
need
it.
jazz hands. We need 2 sets of jazz hands, actually. What is he called?
Is the terminal button?
Terminal button. Oh, thank you so much, Cole. You're gonna sit right here, and what is called? Jazz hands. There we go. What is called?
Cole is.
Dendrites. Oh, you guys are getting it. Now, in our little demonstration, will 2 neurons ever cross back on each other?
No.
No. What would happen if you did that?
Message would
Bad
be
stuff.
It'd be like, putting 2
I
wires together if you're jumping your car.
What?
Okay, but we're gonna go with it because we only have so much equipment and so many people. Okay. We didn't bring a ball for a message. What are we gonna do? Okay. Well, here's your message.
We can crumple up a piece of paper.
Okay. So you want to get up in the morning. You ever gotten up in the morning? We didn't need an alarm clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that feeling of getting up. So one brain said, "Hey, I want to get up." So it's going time to get up, rise and shine, sends an alarm. There. There you go.
Concentrate. Use the force.
We call that epinephrine. Send it on.
You broke the message.
Okay, it's easy when it's a ball. You're gonna toss it to the other one. He's gonna go and
I forgot to do jazz hands.
you gotta do jazz hand. Now he's got an independent mind. He can decide yes or no. So suppose that he sends the epinephrine around, then what happens to your brain?
Starts waking up.
Starts to wake up. What if he says, screw that?
And what would I put
Bed.
Anybody ever been half asleep?
Yep.
Yes.
Where half your brain's working, the other half's not, and they're all fighting with each other?
Yeah.
So each one has sort of an independent idea of what should happen. That's why we get things like brain farts and why we forget things, right? Okay, so these are messages. So there are currently, I think, 212 identified neurotransmitters. There's probably a lot more. But each one of them informs your brain to do something, right? So one blast nucleus says, hey, it's time to get up, it's time to go to sleep, it's time to do whatever that is. Sends a message along, we get the message. Okay? So let's try this again. Okay, I need one that says the Grand Canyon. Now I'm going to tell you what, like a big, yeah, Grand Canyon? Grand Canyon? I think we're out of people. Come here, come here. You sit right here. She needs a sign that says dump truck.
Wait, what?
You're a dump truck.
Really? I get to be the dump truck?
Dump truck.
Christy.
Okay,
Christy.
so,
1 minute.
okay, I'm going to explain to you one of the most complicated parts. You want to know why depression is what it is?
Because it keeps signals from going through? Or?
Sort of. So you're gonna toss serotonin, right? And if you're kind of like taking a nap, and so you just throw it, and she doesn't pick it up real quick. It goes in the middle, the Grand Canyon.
Oh.
That's called synaptic space. There's space. You never have them touching. Just kind of hangs out there, and you're super efficient. You come and clean it up. Beep 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 beep. So she cleans it up. What happens to that happy feeling?
It goes away.
It goes away.